Are you a direct-to-consumer founder that just had a really profitable Black Friday, Cyber Monday? Or you're on track to have a profitable Black Friday, Cyber Monday? It's all great, right? Q4, biggest time of the year for a lot of D2C brands. This is where a majority of brands make a ton of money. But my question to you is, at what cost? Typical D2C brands, what they do is run an up to 30% or 50% off site-wide, right? They're increasing spend, they're attracting a ton of traffic to the website. But what happens is, if you scale really hard during Q4, there has to be a pendulum shift that resets and slows down, in which typically Q1 is where you're going to see a slowdown period for majority of D2C brands, right? It's probably going to be Q1's always the slowest time of the year for majority of the brands because they're recovering from previous Q4 sales, Christmas sales, all of these holiday seasonal sales, right? So how do we prepare for Q1 so that we can continue the streamline of success and momentum? The last thing we want to do is push really hard for Q4 and have a terrible Q1 where we're back to zero, we're back to square one, right? How do we capitalize on these customer archetypes that we've just attracted into the funnel? Because what happens is you're attracting customers for different parts, right? You might have a bunch of new customers coming to your store for Black Friday. They've never heard about your business, but they're coming in for a specific offer that you attracted them for. And typically for Black Friday, if you're pushing very high offers or very aggressive offers, you're attracting window shoppers 9 times out of 10, or you're attracting bottom of the barrel customers who are only buying from your business to capture that specific sale. Now, my question to you is, how can you get that same customer to buy back from your business over and over again? Well, you need to give them a reason to want to buy back from your business. So the quickest way to do this is by following ascension offers. Now, what are ascension offers? Well, think about it. When somebody buys one single product, they have no reason to buy back from your business again unless you're selling a subscription, if it's supplements or so on and so forth. But even then, a single product is less likely to get that customer results over a short amount of period of time. Rather, if they had more supplements or more different products to aid their health or whatever goals they're trying to achieve, well, then that's more likely to guide them to success when they're following a whole entire protocol. They're changing their diet, they're taking your supplements, they're eating right, they're working out, so on and so forth, right? How do we capitalize this, and how can we build ascension offers to now get our customers to come back and buy from our business? Well, let's break it down. So as we can see here, typical timeline for trajectory of a new D2C brand, right? It's validating product market fit, one product, one offer, one access channel. Now, the way a brand can scale pretty aggressively, right, increase overall net margin, is by the ascension offers, right? The ascension ladders. Now, somebody comes in from one product. The question now, or the scenario is, okay, how can we now increase the ratio? Instead of going from 1 to 1, can we go from 3 to 1? Can we go to 5 to 1 ratio, right? For example, for every customer we attract, they're buying 3x in value, or they're buying 5x in value. Now, this comes in with ascension offers. So traditional brands, what they're doing wrong is they're pushing single SKUs, and ultimately their net margins at 20% or 10%. So even if they are acquiring a customer at a profit, it's by very slim margins, right? If you're just pushing one single SKU at sub $50. Now, how do we raise our net profit? Well, traditional brands typically have more than one product. So then if you have more than one product, my question to you is, how can you put that into a compared or a congruent bundle that you can push on the front end? The reason why I love bundles is because you're taking 2, 3, 4, 5 different SKUs and you're putting them together. So when you push out on the front end, your AOV is around $80, $100, $150. And from there, you can acquire a customer at $60 or $70, and you're still within 50% net margin based off that AOV of $120 or $150, right? Now, that's going from 3 to 1, right? When you're pushing a bundle, you're putting three to 4 SKUs together, and then you're pushing on the front end. That's one way to have ascension offers. Now, the other way to do that is, okay, we're pushing the single bundle. Now you can now go up the ladder where you go up the vertical. Now just keep increasing the bundle amount or the quantity of bundles, which is going to increase your vertical and go get you to that 5 to 1 ratio. Or you can backtrack a bit and you can extend the ratio at which a customer buys back. So for example, you're pushing the bundle on the front end, right? So we know a brand new customer's coming in, they're buying 2 to 3 SKUs, right? Just based off the front end bundle offer pushing on paid ads. Now, how do we get to a 5 to 1 ratio? Well, instead of now increasing the prices, now we can just downsell them on a specific 1 or 2 cross-sell or downsell that's complementary to the bundle. So something that comes into mind is somebody that enters the ecosystem. Let's say, okay, just for the example's sake, we're sticking with supplements. So let's say the supplement company we're pushing, we have 3 of our best SKUs together into a bundle, and we sell that as a protocol where we tell the customer, you'll get results in 60 days or 60 days or less, right? You'll lose, let's say, body fat. Now, another way that we can downsell this, and this is why founders should always keep integrating product or innovating product line, because the landscape is okay. For a single customer, you can go up the vertical. So if you're selling supplements, right, the next vertical to that could be okay, food or meal prep, or it could be training or workout split, right? That's another vertical that can increase your AOV. Or you can go horizontal, right? You can sell different products, different SKUs that kind of fit the same umbrella, but it's not the same vertical, right? So for vertical sake or horizontal sake, I would say, let's say a customer sells supplements, right? Now they want to sell clothing. Now they want to sell some other, like, it's a whole different vertical that doesn't aid the whole entire trajectory of a single goal, which general stores typically do. But with that being said, we push the AOV on the front end, and then now it's okay, how can we increase the LTV on the back end with downsells or cross sells? So this is where product innovation, getting as much data points from your customers as possible on what they want to see back, or we get that customer to keep replenishing the bundle over and over again, right? It really depends on your marketing goals and ultimately your business model and just the amount of customers you're funneling in already. But the process is still the same. It's okay, we need to raise the AOV and we need to increase the LTV. And as a byproduct, we need to lower our front end CPA. That's the whole entire system or the equation to increase your net profit. Now, when it comes into Q4, how do you adapt into planning ahead for the following year in Q1? Well, everything starts at the very beginning phase of looking at your previous results and saying, okay, what was the bottleneck? So if I was a founder today, right, I just had a successful Black Friday, I would audit and see, okay, what percentage of customers are new customers, what percentage are repeat customers, and see, okay, where's the split? We want to have a balanced split of at least majority, 40% has to be at least new customers, because if we're not attracting new customers, well, then we know over time that's screwing our bottom line, right? So we want to at least funnel in, consistently have that pipeline to come in and get new customers through the door. And as a byproduct, we also want to have a strong LTV that we get customers buying back from our business multiple times during the year. So how do we achieve these results? Well, ultimately pushing front end bundles on the front end to have profitable CAC, and then having downsells in place on the back end with compelling offers, compelling downsells, everything that's congruent on the back end to get that customer to buy back from your business. And ultimately, if you have a really good product and you put that in a bundle, you're giving customers that have never heard about your business more chances to want to come back, because you're giving them more SKUs to work with, which as a byproduct is increasing the amount of percentage, their likelihood of achieving results that they plan to hit, the reason why they buy your product. So with that being said, it all starts with auditing your account, seeing what the split is, and making adjustments to go after that single objective. For example, if I have a business and I know, okay, my percentage of new customer split is below 40%, well, I look at my marketing efforts and say, okay, am I doing heavy interest-based targeting? Maybe I shift to going broad. Now, if I look on the back end, I see my LTV is pretty low. Now look at the retention strategies, what email campaigns are being pushed, what copies being utilized, what offers are being pushed on the downsell side, and what can we do to increase the likelihood of something buying back from our business, which could be just compelling offers, retention strategies, or even just having the right downsell in place. So with that being said, everything has an objective and everything has a reason why it doesn't work. There's a consequence to all of our actions. If we see poor results, likelihood is because on the ads front, maybe it's because we have subpar creatives, maybe our ad strategy isn't optimal, or the sales funnel isn't optimal. And then if you have an LTV issue, maybe it's the downsells, retention strategies, or back end in place, right? Or even the in-house team managing that. Maybe you're outsourcing to too many agencies. So that being said, this is a protocol to utilize. It's how to navigate and how to plan ahead, auditing your business, looking at your numbers, knowing your numbers to now make adjustments for the following goal. So then when Q1 rolls around, you have an objective and you have a goal for the following year so that you can thrive and not hurt your bottom line, right? You want to grow your new customer base. So with that being said, if you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, share. And if you have any questions, drop them down below. But if you're a D2C founder and you want to ultimately stop relying on agencies for growth, you're ready to build in-house, you want to have a chance to exit your company, feel free to check out my website, scalevelocity.io, and you can book in a time slot below. Here's my 34-page protocol that goes super in depth on how to optimize profitable front-end acquisition costs while building in-house without relying on agencies. And if you want the steps to do this without yourself, you want my help, and you want to expedite the process, feel free to book in a call below. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.